Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 23 of our Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke. As you can see, currently sitting here in Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town because in the last episode we came in here armed with the Self-Scope, able to identify the wayward ghost and find out that there's all sorts of crazy things all over this place. There was, we caught a Venomoth. I believe there were Diglett in here. At one point we found Wild Dragonite. That would have been cool to capture, but anyways, that's beside the point. We got a Venomoth. But anyhow, today we're going to finish up dealing with the mysterious ghost sightings here in Lavender Town, which should earn us the Poké Flute and be able to gain access to the wild Snorlax that are in the area. There are two of them, of course. I think they're both going to be randomized to something different. They won't both be the same species, but maybe they will. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, let's, of course, start things off with our usual team recap and do some shifting around here. We got some level 30s. We're going to switch level 30 out of level 31 out of the active spot. There we go. Alright, so level 30, Buster the Haunter is up first with a nice special stat of 80. Psychic, Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, and Thunder. Next we have Gary the Gyarados at level 30 with 89 for the attack. You can see the rest of the stats there. You probably noticed I just mentioned the highest stat of each Pokemon just because like you can see the numbers on screen. I don't need to read everything. I could say he's got Tackle with 35 PP, Dragon Rage with 10 PP. Forget that. Bite and Blizzard as well. Next is Blaze, our Viridian Forest Charizard, with all of his stats are pretty well rounded. Low 60s up to the 70s right there. Charizard, of course, level 30 with Ember, Scratch, Growl, and Leer. Now that he's almost at level 30, no, level 36 they normally evolve at, so after level 36 he might start learning some new attacks finally. That's the moveset he's had the entire time. Alright, so our level 31s kick off with Guar the Primate with a beastly attack of 81. Not quite as much as Gary, I don't think. We just looked at him. I've already forgotten. But Guar has Low Kick, Karate Chop, Rock Slide, and Leer. Next is Medusa, our level 31 Onix, with 117 for the defense, with Dig, Rock Throw, Screech, and Bind. And last but not least, we have Jiggles the Wigglytuff, level 31, with those stats. And moveset is Body Slam, Double Slap, Sing, and Defense Curl. So I dealt with the trainer down below here, I'm pretty sure. We've got another... Is there an item? No, item up there. I'm going to go for this trainer here, deal with them. Earthquake! Exactly! My thoughts exactly. So, as I'm going through these battles here, or at least this battle, I will say that quite happily on my side here, I have made a remarkable... I shouldn't say I've made a remarkable discovery, but something remarkable has happened in my Pokemon Sun... Pokemon Moon game. I gotta remember, it's Pokemon Moon. I don't have Sun. I've been doing some breeding, of course, as I've mentioned on Sunday. I put up a little breeding guide based on what I know about breeding in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Something fell out! Hair didn't fall out. It was an evil spirit. Fair enough. So this is a mandatory item you must pick up to travel through. Hey, there's that Dragonite I was talking about. Look at that! It's probably gonna be worth the experience. So, what I want to do right now, since in my Pokemon Yellow game on Virtual Console, you can only get one of each certain kinds of Pokemon. Like, you can only get one Lapras, you can only get one, for example, Eevee is the Pokemon I'm talking about here. What I did was, I got rid of Nightshade. That's okay. You can't wrap me. Oh wait, you can. I forgot about that. But, I'm breeding Eevee, because the Eevee that I got in-game was male, and of course, it does have the hidden ability, just like every Pokemon sent up from the Virtual Console. Don't do this. At least give me time to talk, though. So, I was breeding it with a Ditto, and what I'm doing is... I have a bunch of Ditto that were sent up. Regular viewer Robert did ask how many Ditto did I actually capture to have a Pokemon... Like, I have a Ditto with max IVs and everything except HP. It has decent HP. Is this even worth it now? It is so worth it. There you go. Get out of my way. And that's a wrap. But I did breed the Eevee with 3 max IVs with a complementary Ditto of 3 other max IVs, and using the Destiny Knot. What happens there is 5 of the IVs of the parents will be guaranteed to pass down. It could be randomly chosen one or the other. The 6th IV is still randomly determined, so you're not going to get all 6 passed down. I have a max IV in all stats Eevee with the hidden ability. Only downside is it's male, so I was hoping for female to be able to breed it off and get more high or possible max IV Eevee, but I still have one, and it's adamant nature too, so if I want to go with a physical attacker like Flareon or Leafeon, I think they're the physical offensive ones, I can go ahead and do that. I kind of like that. Alright, Wild Dragonite again. Yeah. Higher level too, though, so this is worth even more experience, but let's confuse this one first. Before you get the agility up, we're gonna outspeed, we're gonna confuse, you're gonna hurt yourself, and not me. Now that's kind of interesting too, though. When the Pokemon is using a multi-hit move like this, they can still hurt themselves partway through and it ends the attack. Which is kind of nice. Let's try this again. We're gonna confuse Dragonite. Thank you. Let's just go for the Psychic. More guaranteed to hit than Thunder. So another cool little thing that I can mention, well, there's a couple other things come to mind, but first of all, for the first time ever, oh good, it missed, in Pokemon Go, it's usually pretty hard for me to get coins multiple times. I shouldn't say hard, but it's like, it's a challenge, you know? I always have to fight my way into a gym every single time to get coins for the day. So on, I think it was Sunday, I put Rocksteady, my Rhydon, in a gym in the Uptown area. I got my coins for that. And all through the day, I was checking my Pokemon Go. He was still in the gym, which I thought, that's kind of crazy. I've never had a Pokemon last that long. What blew my mind even more was the fact that when I woke up in the morning, ready to claim my coins for the next day, he was still there. That's the first time I've ever had a Pokemon last for 2 possible claimings of coins in Pokemon Go. I'm moving up in the world. Now, of course, I got greedy. I went uptown, claimed another gym for Team Instinct, but then I claimed my coins right then. I didn't lose the first gym. I did lose it eventually, but I was so happy and so proud that and he's not even over 2,000 CP yet, right? My Rhydon is just like, he's level, or 1997 I think he has, but he lasted that long. Alright, moment of truth. Egon, intruders. Who is Cubone's mother that passed away escaping from Team Rocket? It's this Pokemon right here. It's a ghost. Look how they do like the red and yellow. That kind of looks cool. Alright, Silphscope unveiled the ghost's identity. It was a Jolteon. We can't capture that. Of course, if you try to use a Pokeball, hang on, do I have someone safely to switch into? Yeah, I got Medusa. I've never really done this, but I'm going to show you if you use a Pokeball, I'm pretty sure the Pokemon will dodge it. So, of course, this is... yeah, it's super effective, but is it effective? Now, this is, of course, supposed to be Marowak, the deceased mother of Cubone. Let's throw a Pokeball. It's wasting one of our 10 Pokeballs, but... yeah, it dodged. This Pokemon can't be caught. It's kind of funny, they haven't done stuff like that ever since, you know? Like, what I was thinking, as far as the Ultra Beasts in Sun and Moon are concerned, they could have had some sort of reason why you couldn't capture them story-wise, you know, as a post-game thing you could capture them, but they never really did anything. Well, I just thought it would have been cool if, say you're going through a trial, where you normally can't catch Pokemon anyway, an Ultra Beast shows up, and, you know, like, you could say, oh, this isn't really part of the trial, I should be able to capture this thing. But they could have had some sort of gimmick where it says, oh, it came through the wormhole, and it's still got wormhole particles on it, and its proximity to the wormhole is affecting the use of the Pokeball, or something like that. They could have come up with some scientific, somewhat reasonable, logical explanation. I just didn't like how the Ultra Beasts were all saved for, like, post-game, except for when you fight Nihilego, or Symbiont, the first time. The ghost was the restless soul of Cubone's mother. The mother's soul was calm. It departed to the afterlife. Notice it didn't refer to it as Marowak in the text. Do you think Game Freak planned for people to randomize these games in the future? Because they could have just called it Marowak, but they went with the mother. That's forward thinking, Game Freak. I like that. Alright, let's deal with Team Rocket. Ooh. Wild encounter first. And yet more wild Pokemon that we've never seen yet in this tower. A wild Ekans shows up. I will say, as soon as I saw that, I got excited, because I'm waiting on one more male Ekans in Pokemon Go to choose one to be my main Ekans/Arbok. As soon as it popped up, I was like, is that the Ekans? Wait, wrong game. Here we go. Stop right there! We just fought you guys in Celadon City. Grandpa here wanted to complain, so we're setting him straight. So render yourself invisible, or prepare to fight. Did I say the voice is wrong? I don't care. It's Team Rocket. What do they matter? This is our 3rd time fighting Jesse and James. It's kind of too bad they don't call them by name in this, you know? It'd be cool to see the names Jesse and James. This kind of scares me because I should have probably healed up Medusa. What level is it? 27? Yeah, if it... well, it can't hit me with anything that's the level-based damage kind of thing, like, you know, 27 damage. I can safely go to Medusa. We will survive a Sonic Boom if it has it. Real Boom, like Self-Destruct, I don't know. We might survive the Tackle. Alright, and that puts us in perfect range for a Super Potion. That we're going for. Full heal. We're good. Go ahead, blow up now. I dare you. Or you can just try Sonic Boom and completely miss. While we go underground. You missed again! What's going on, Electrode? Where's your glasses, man? Your eyes are too beady. They shrunk down through evolution. You should have kept your big eyes. Isn't that weird Voltorb has such angry-looking eyes? And some of the official artwork, like, recently I saw the J-Wits upload a video about, ooh, that's scary, about Pokemon, is it Master Trainer, a board game from way back when? I had that game myself as well, and that featured some of, the official artwork. Voltorb has some of the saddest looking eyes in the official artwork from back then. Like, I don't know why they did that, because look it up. Like, hang on. I'm gonna take my bed apart here. I have Voltorb on one of my pillowcases. Let me show you the sad eyes, if I can find it. This is completely off topic. It is off the video game. The playthrough is on hold until I can find Voltorb. Where are you? I know you're here. Sorry, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this. Where is Voltorb? Where am I not looking? Maybe it's on the other pillowcase? Well, let's check the other pillowcase. Man, what a waste of time this is turning out to be. I know you're here somewhere. I know it. Whenever I roll over in the middle of the night, I see you. There you are. Now, of course, watch it not even show up on the camera very well, but right up here in the corner, I don't know if you can really see that or not, it's got the saddest looking eyes, and that's like the official artwork for Pokemon way back in the day. Yeah, the bed's a mess. I'll fix that later. We got a critical ember off on this Tangela. Oh, they're gonna bind me. As if this fight wasn't already taking long enough. So, this time around, Team Rocket had an Electrode, a Tangela. I really wish that Meowth had been like a higher level, or like a different level than, at this point, Arbok and Weezing, because I would like to see which one should be the one speaking to us. Of course, Meowth speaks English, and we see Lickitung. That kind of fits for Team Rocket, though. Jessie does have a Lickitung for a while, till she accidentally trades it for Wobbuffet in Gen 2. Which is always a kind of cool thing. I didn't really like the fact that I shouldn't say a main Pokemon, they didn't really focus on Lickitung that much, except for the episode they caught it in, but it was one of the main characters as Pokemon, right? And they just casually left it, took it out of the show and rewrote it into a different Pokemon kind of thing. It's like, I feel bad for that Lickitung. You will regret this! I think I tried to combine both their voices by accident. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again! So long, Jesse and James. Let's save Mr. Fuji! And why are there wild Pokemon on this floor? They could attack me while I'm talking to Fuji. You came to save me. Thank you. But I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the soul of Cubone's mother. I think... Oh, okay, forget it. Game Freak isn't forward thinking at all. I think Marowak's spirit has gone to the afterlife. Although it'd be cool if they actually used the Pokemon that appeared. I feel Jolteon. Are Jolteon, or rather Eevee and Cubone, in the same egg group? I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Pokemon House at the foot of this tower. Can do, sir. Oh, I'm here. Alright, cool. Give me the Poké Flute. Watch my items be full. Chaz, your Pokédex quest may fail without love for your Pokemon. I think this may help your quest. We got space. Oh yeah, I get rid of all my items too. Upon hearing Poké Flute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. It works on all sleeping Pokemon. So at this point, what I think is best to do, let me see if I can get rid of some of my items here. I think I still have some things to sell. Was there a nugget that I had? Let's see what I have in my... Yeah, I can sell the Carbos. That's some good cash right there. I'm going to sell that nugget, of course. All that is good for is selling. What else can we sell away? Well, I don't use the Great Balls. I know you're thinking, save them! You don't know what kind of rare Pokemon's going to come along. I've got a Master Ball in the PC. Yeah, it's in the PC. It's not in my pocket. I probably should pick that up. But, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to hop on... Wait, I'm going back to the Pokemon Center. I just remember we deposited the bike by accident, which is so easy to do in Gen 1. It's really cool when they change it so that key items do not, basically count against your item capacity. They make key items their own bag in or their own pocket in the bag, I should say. That's very helpful. Alright, let's grab ourselves that bike. We're going to head on back towards... Where would they sell Pokeballs? Maybe... Vermilion City. I'm going to try there first. If not, we can head up through the underground path to go to Cerulean. I know they have Pokeballs there. Just there'd be a lot of having to circumvent those bushes and go all the way back through. Hopefully, Vermilion City has what we're looking for. Yeah, I've said this many times before, I'll probably continue to say it because I need something to talk about right now. I am a person who likes to use just Pokeballs, the regular red and white ones, for the added challenge. Great Ball, I don't really know if I like the designs of the other Pokeballs. Well, at least the Great Ball Ultra Ball, because, like, maybe because they're so common. I really like the look of Kurt's Pokeballs that he makes from the Apricorns in Gen 2. I like how they're programmed properly nowadays, though, because there was, speaking of the Jay Witz I mentioned earlier regarding Master Trainer board game, he did a whole video about how the Kurt Pokeballs were kind of misprogrammed initially. I didn't even know that initially, or maybe I knew some of it, but he tells you how the, what was it? The Love Ball apparently works only on the same gender Pokemon, as opposed to Pokemon of the opposite gender, which it was supposed to be. I'm gonna grab another 30 Pokeballs. Now, if this was Gen 3 or later, I would buy them 10 at a time, because that way you get an extra Premier Ball along the way. Now, this works out pretty good too, because I can just simply bike over... Did I fight the trainers out here yet? I don't think I have. We might have some battles along the way. But anyway, yeah, I kind of like the look of some of the other Pokeballs. We haven't fought these trainers yet. Competition, I can't get enough! Well, I'm enough for you, I'm sure. I've got how many badges? What is this, episode 23? I've only got 2 badges so far? That's crazy. Of course, I would have normally beaten Surge at this point. I would have also beaten Erica, but I'm waiting to get that Surf HM. I just realized, we're gonna beat, is it the 5th or 6th? The 5th or 6th gym leader, we're gonna beat them as our 3rd gym battle. So I want to get Surf, of course. I gotta use, gotta get Surf. I gotta get the Soul Badge. Soul Badge? Yeah, Koga's Soul Badge. I gotta get that to be able to surf. Oh, a little Vulpix! This reminds me, I also wanted to mention, I have designed my next deck for Pokemon TCG Online. It's not gonna be a viewer battle this week because I just want to make sure everything's recording fine. It seems to be okay. We were having this weird glitch the past little while where videos that I was recording using like the whole screen capture for the TCG Online and the Wi-Fi battling in Sun and Moon, that wasn't saving properly. I think it's okay now, so I still want to test one more regular TCG video using this deck that I'm going to use, because I'm going to tell you guys about it, and I don't want you to know what my strategy is, of course. I got to surprise you when I make a new deck. I had a chance, and I had a Charizard. You can't be a coward in the world of Pokemon. Of course not. You got to be out there. You got to go searching far and wide for each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Everyone knows that. Oh, I thought you were going to miss me. Oh well. Careful, I'm laying down some cables. It's Mr. Fix. I like that. This guy, is he called just electrician or worker? I think he's called in this. No, engineer, sorry. But in Pokemon Stadium, he's known as Mr. Fix, which is kind of a cool name. Look how there's 2 different shades of blue here, too. Like, of course, this was originally a Game Boy game, but was red and blue. I think it was one of those customized ones for Game Boy Color to add more colors to the game. That was electric! Ah! Putting your work into the pun, I see. Spread the word to save energy. I should probably turn my light off. No, you guys can't see me. Alright. Is that the last trainer? Because I just want to go ahead and get this encounter. Well played, sir. Well played. I have never lost. Prepare for a loss. Because you interrupted my whole run to get this supposed Snorlax. Gambler wants to fight. Gambler sends Sandshrew. I send Gyarados. I think we know what's going to happen. I could even Blizzard this thing, and you know what? I'm going to. It might survive a bite. It's got kind of decent defense. I know we're 12 levels above, but let's just go for Blizzard. Super effective. 90% accurate, I think, in this generation, too, which some people say is a little bit overpowered. And speaking of overpowered, we have an evasive Moltres. Oh, you're going to use my strategy. When I say my strategy, I'm talking about Pokemon Yellow in the Virtual Console. As soon as I needed to get more money in that game to get like more Pokeballs and the coins I needed to get Porygon from the game corner, I thought, I want to go through the Elite Four. That's the only real place to get money after you've beaten the game. And I thought, I don't really want Ash's team that I was using, you know, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, stuff like that. I don't want them to level up too high. So I thought, I'll just go get the legendary bird. You know, it's easy enough for me. I'm a Pokemon master. I did capture all 3 first try, without saving between any of them either, by the way, in regular Pokeballs. And I went and caught Mewtwo. I think I mentioned this already, but when I decided to catch Mewtwo, I was like, well, I can't really use Bulbasaur because weak to Psychic, and Mewtwo has Psychic. As we've seen in Pokemon Yellow, it has Psychic from like level 2 or something like that. But I thought my only chance is to freeze it with an Ice Beam. I encountered it, Took a critical psychic from it, Articuno survived it, hit it with Ice Beam, frozen. First try. I was like, it's just that easy. And lucky. When you catch a lot of Pokemon, isn't it hard to think up names? In Lavender Town, there's a man who rates Pokemon nicknames. He'll help you rename them too. Like that time I named my Rapidash W. And then I changed that because that was obviously a big mistake. Hi, remember me? I'm Professor Oak's aide. If you caught 30 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an item finder. So, Chaz, have you caught at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? I'm gonna say yes, because if I'm wrong, he'll tell me. Let's see. Uh-oh! You have caught only 22 kinds of Pokemon. You need 30 kinds if you want the item finder. Out of the way, you little loser. Hey, I'm looking for Vaporeon. Wanna trade one for Arcanine? That's not a super bad trade, I guess. I mean, I don't have a Vaporeon. I don't even have an Eevee. But maybe someday I'll come back if I happen to find Vaporeon. Maybe that's what we're about to find in the place of Snorlax. Alright, so this is it, the moment of truth. This is normally a very difficult encounter, of course, difficult capture. Let's see what Snorlax has been randomized to. And I doubt we'll have time, but if we do, I can go over to Celadon City and try the other Snorlax over there. My favorite song right here. Alright. Let's see what we see. Snorlax woke up, attacked into Grumpy Rage. It's a Starmie. It's not a terribly bad Pokemon. Level 30. You shouldn't have very many powerful attacks. You got Harden. Alright, that's actually pretty good. If I can weaken you with Dragon Rage, I can start tackling you, doing minimal damage because of your hardening. Oh, I can't do another one of those. I'll just tackle now. So Harden, Water Gun. If nothing else, you'll be going to the PC, of course. Hanging on to you there for just, you know, backup, I guess. Water Psychic type wouldn't be bad to have. Just don't critical hit Gary, and we should be able to make the capture. I also have Hypnosis and Sing to be able to put this thing to sleep. Good thing that wasn't critical. I thought it was moving a little bit faster than the others were. Let's go into Buster. We haven't seen Psychic or anything from this thing yet. I don't think it gets that naturally. It's probably just a TM attack. Tackle does nothing, so Tackle, Harden, Water Gun, Hypnosis. Hypnosis. Might not go after the second one today, folks. If we're not going to put this thing to sleep, there we go. Alright, Pokeball. I'll be surprised if the first ball doesn't catch. 1, 2. I'm surprised, like I said. Okay, so there's just nothing we can do to sort of lightly tap this thing at this point. We're just going to keep Pokeballing. I mean, with all the hardens, we could possibly bind it with Medusa. I don't want to risk that, though, especially if it wakes up and... Well, even if it wakes up and went for Water Gun, it would have to wait till the next turn to use Water Gun. Because, of course, in this generation, waking up is your whole turn. Which, I like how they changed it, but in a way I don't, because... Let me think. I was thinking about this, like, the way the game mechanics work. If, like, as the person who's asleep, waking up and attacking immediately is definitely better for you who's, you know, put to sleep. But seeing the opponent, knowing exactly when they wake up, it helps you choose which attack to go for. Like right now, see if they woke up and attacked, they would have hit me with something. But this gives me a chance now to put it to sleep. Because we're going to land that second Hypnosis without fail. Alright, I'm glad I bought a bunch of Pokeballs, because this thing seems to be taking a lot of them to get captured. What's kind of funny with this generation, too, like, nowadays, when you throw a Pokeball, it could wobble any number of 1, 2, or 3 times and still not get the capture, right? This here, it's always going to do the same wobble. Like, it's breaking out on the second one. You'll never see it break out on the first or third, I've noticed. So, once it goes past that second wobble, you know it'll be captured. I'm going to try one while it's awake. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's harder to catch while it's sleeping. No. It's actually easier to catch while it's sleeping, obviously. Alright then. Now we're going to go for the Water Guns now, are you? Alright. You know that the Tackle does nothing. Hypnosis does something. Yeah, this is taking up the episode. But, what I might do, what I should probably do, next episode, go to Celadon City and go down the bike path. Because I always seem to do it this way. I come down this route, and then I go up the bike path, but it's so much longer that way, because you're going uphill. Whereas if I go downhill, it's faster. I'm probably going to mix things up. I'm mixing so much stuff in the playthrough as it is. I'm going to go down Cycling Road this time. I'm going to Celadon City next. Starmie, the mysterious Pokemon. The center section is named the core. People think it is communicating when it glows in 7 colors, which it does in Pokemon Snap when it comes out of the whirlpool, which is kind of cool to see. Nickname to Starmie? Yes, I'll nickname you after many of my other Pokemon in the Pokemon Go. Luma. Reference to Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy. But with that capture, off to the PC it goes. We're going to save the game up right here, because that's going to be it for our adventure today. So if you like the episode, if you enjoy the episode, feel free, of course, to drop a like down below, and leave any comments you want to talk about here in the region of Kanto, the randomized region. It's another one of those days where I realize I haven't responded to comments lately. I'm going to do that as soon as this video starts to save, so you're probably seeing my responses before even watching this video. And if you want to see some more videos of the Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, of course, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. But if you want to check some more content of Pokemon here on the Professor Chaz channel, there'll be some links to a couple more videos during the outro, and a link to subscribe to the channel as well, if you're not subscribed yet, for daily Pokemon content, such as the randomness of Pokemon Yellow, we've got Pokemon TCG Online. We're going to have, I didn't mention the deck yet, it's going to feature Vikavolt GX for my premier Pokemon TCG Guardians Rising deck online, so watch for that probably on Thursday. Tomorrow, if I can get the editing done, we should have an interview with one of our players at Heroes Beacon, our Pokemon League here in St. John, New Brunswick, and a regional hopeful champion going up there to the regionals in Canada, seeing how well he can do against the best of the best that Canada has to offer, and people from all over the place too, because I think regionals invites not just Canadians, but anyone can go to these, I think. Anyway, with all that, we are now done. Of course, you want to check some more stuff out, just check out my channel, see what else I have going on there. Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles, and I think that's probably about it. Well, there's news updates every, other week or so. There was one just this past week, too, talking about some new rule changes in TCG. And more Mega Stones are on the way in the Alola region. But now I'm just rambling about stuff you've probably already seen. We are now done. Professor Chaz is signing off for the day. Thanks once again for watching today's video, and I will catch you next time.